CYAD does not have any shares available to short over on my broker. Little heads on up. If I try to go ahead and locate shares over on CYAD, unfortunately there is none. So inventory does not exist. CYAD, no inventory that I can get on this play. Maybe and sometimes I do get inventory later on, but nothing at this moment. This is a play, of course, that does not have any sort of news, has gone from 80 cents up towards $1.87. CYAD is currently up 134% at this time. So that is a nice run. That's a nice climb at this moment. Seems like this is the one that's stealing the show at this time. CYAD really starting to pick on up here. Maybe a possible bounce play. CYAD right now might get halted. Ooh, okay. Hold on here, second team. All right. CYAD about to get halted. We're about to have ourselves our first little trade on the day. Unfortunately, there's no shares available to short, but that does not mean we can't trade it. So let's go with CYAD. Hold it up. Is there no news, guys? Can everyone confirm that there is no news? I don't want to buy this at the high of the day. There's no way I could feel comfortable because there's no news whatsoever, so I don't feel like it's going to continue. Yes, I would rather, again, be on the short side because I know this one is most likely going to dump, but since I can't do that, guess what? I'm going to be looking for an opportunity for a dip. I'll be looking for an opportunity on where could it bounce at? Where could it fall down to that traders would say, hey, you know what? It's probably going to get some sort of dip by here. It's probably going to get some sort of bounce play, even if there is no news behind it, just because, you know, it is such a hot play at this moment. And that's what traders usually like to look for. So what do we have right now? CYAD stock currently is up 163%. Very nice. We take a look at this daily chart and let's try to figure out how high could this thing go if it does want to take on off. Well, this stock is known to not have any sort of volume. There are days that CYAD has no volume whatsoever. There are days that it's just dash line. You can see dash line, dash line. Now, something I also want you guys to understand here is whenever you see a chart where you basically have fading, 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 and then if you realize you have a sell-off right here, this always drops penny stocks to oversold territory. A lot of times traders do always like to buy oversold stocks, and it's a really just fun strategy to just go over to finviz.com, click screener, go to all, go to RSI, and then just go to oversold with a 30 or lower, right? If you want to even go crazier, you could go to 20 or lower, right? 20 or lower. Then on top of that, these are your options at the moment that are all considered oversold. If you want a little bit more options, you could do oversold 30, but I want to do smaller stocks, so let's go under 10. And these are all under $10 that are considered oversold. And you can see like BCAB has a pattern where it kind of had that drop off. Look at BIOL. BIOL had that pattern with the drop off where maybe again, we could see this run and rip on up. These patterns usually do lead to spikes, especially when you have the drop on off and you have some higher lows. Now, the reason why I talk about this is because as of now, it's a very hot play. This stock is not used to getting a lot of volume. It's not. You can see all these little dash lines. The fact is, it was an oversold stock, which is now breaking on out, and it's breaking on out with big volume. And the thing is, when you have a stock that's used to little volume and now it has big volume, sometimes they can go crazy. So how crazy can this go? Let's look at past chart history pattern and try to figure this out. So I see an old spiking high back in August 1st. This old spiking high is this upper shadow, also again, this lower shadow, and also a little bit right of the top right here. I think this would be a great target for today. I think as it comes on up towards around that 280 mark, that would be an awesome target. Now we might say, well, Deck, where can we look for a quick little dip buy? I would say again, you know, look at this platform right here. I see a lot of upper shadows that turn into lower shadows that go across the board. Let me actually just put it right here. Let me go right here, boom. And when I take a look right here, I'm seeing that this is right around that 190-ish mark. So here we have upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow. You see bounce play, top resistance. I think right around that 190 mark is going to be really nice for us over on CYAD. So if we take a look over on CYAD at this time, and we're saying to ourselves, all right, let's look for that possible dip buy, there's definitely a good possible potential chance to be able to, you know, get filled. So I'm going to look for CYAD, look to see if I can get, you know, some possible dip buys anywhere, you know, around that 190-ish mark. I can go a little higher than 190. I can go a little bit lower than 190. I can, again, just kind of surround that 190-ish region and see if I can get filled with a nice possible profit. So let's, again, surround that 190 region and see, can we get filled on this dip buy to go ahead and make some cash? We should be getting unhalted here, team, in 3, 2, 1. Let's see, we drop on down. Guys, just got filled right away. Just got filled right away. 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares just got filled right away on a dip buy. So I just got filled right away on a dip buy. Just got filled. More dip buys getting filled at this moment. I got 4,000 shares on a dip buy right now. 4,000 shares. I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to keep it there at this moment. And I'm up $410. 410, 210. Let's see if we can break back above $2. Here we go, guys. Now starting to get a rip. Now we're up 690, 730. There we go, baby. 1,500, 1,600. Locking out some. Locking out a little bit. And we're locking out $1,400 on the day, baby. $1,400 on the day. Whoa! Nice dip buy. Nice bounce play. $1,400 in profit.